The American fast food industry, it's way more than just burgers and fries. It's really a story about unbelievable scale, cutthroat competition, and a tech revolution that is changing, well, pretty much everything about how we eat. So let's dig in and unpack what's really going on in this new fast food battleground. So here's what we're going to cover. We'll kick things off with America's massive appetite for this stuff. Then we'll meet the giants who run the show. After that, we're diving deep into the digital arms race, which is totally transforming the game. We'll also see what customers like you and me are demanding now, and finally, we'll get a little glimpse of what the future holds. All right, first up, America's appetite. To really get what's at stake here, you have to see the mind-boggling numbers behind some of our absolute favorite foods. Let's start with a true classic, the French fry. Get this, the average American eats almost 30 pounds of French fries every single year. That is a mountain of potatoes. And to put that into perspective, McDonald's by itself uses 7% of all potatoes grown in the entire United States, mostly just for their fries. Wow. And it's not just the salty stuff, right? We've got a huge sweet tooth. On average, an American eats about 31 donuts a year. Now, that might not sound like a crazy number, but when you scale that up across the country, we are talking about a 10 billion donut a year industry. And all of that eating adds up to some serious cash. Just take a look at fried chicken. That market is projected to be worth over $107 billion by 2026. This isn't just about what's for dinner. It's a massive economic engine. So with that kind of money flying around, who's actually raking it in? Well, that brings us right to our second section, the Titans of Taste. No surprise here, McDonald's is still the undisputed king. Their sales just dwarf everybody else. But take a look at Chick-fil-A, sitting there in third place. That is a huge number for a company that isn't even open on Sundays. The scale these top players operate on is just, it's hard to wrap your head around. But here's where the plot really thickens. Despite those gigantic sales figures, growth for these top brands has practically hit a brick wall. It fell off a cliff from a really healthy 11% in 2023 to just over 1% in 2024. The market is just packed. The game isn't about opening more stores anymore. It's become a much tougher, much smarter fight for every single customer. The pizza market is the perfect example of this whole dynamic. You've got the big chains, right? Domino's, Pizza Hut. They pull in 60% of all the money. But what's so fascinating is that the small, independent shops actually make up the majority of all the pizzerias out there, and they're all fighting for a much smaller piece of the pie. And this is where that battle gets really personal. For the tens of thousands of independent pizza places, this isn't about huge multi-million-dollar ad buys. It's about authenticity, it's about community, and it's a constant struggle to just keep up with the massive digital and delivery power of the giants. Okay, so this brings us right to the heart of the whole thing. Section 3, the digital arms race. Because the new frontier, the new battleground, it's not just about taste anymore, it's about data. The rules of the game have been totally rewritten. Remember actually calling a restaurant on the phone to place an order? That feels like ancient history. Now you have AI voice assistants like Domino's Dom taking your order. You have loyalty programs on your phone that pretty much know what you want before you do. And you even have these huge rivals like Domino's finally giving in and partnering with apps like Uber Eats because they simply have to be where the customers are. And the engine behind all of this change is something called intelligent automation. But don't just picture a robot flipping a burger. It's so much more than that. This is about using AI to make the entire process smarter, from predicting delivery times, to managing ingredients, to personalizing the deals you see on your phone. Because really, at the end of the day, all of this complex, sophisticated tech, it boils down to one simple goal: get the perfect product to you, the customer, faster and more personally than anyone else can. It's all about using data to win that critical moment when you get your food. But hey, technology isn't the only thing shaking up this industry. It's us, the customers. Let's look at Section 4, a new menu of demands. Because what we want today is fundamentally different than it was just a few years back. The pandemic completely rewired how we eat. Just look at this chart. Nearly 70% of all pizza orders are now for takeout or delivery. Our living rooms have literally become our new favorite restaurants. And fast food brands have had to completely reinvent their businesses to adapt to that. And it's not just about convenience anymore. We're asking for healthier options, food that fits different diets. We want to know where our food is coming from, if it was sourced sustainably. We're even paying attention to the packaging it comes in. These aren't just niche concerns anymore. They're mainstream demands that can make or break a company.
And this isn't just people talking a big game. A PwC survey found that customers are actually willing to pay almost 10% more for stuff that's sustainably sourced. That puts real financial pressure on these chains to change everything from their ingredients to their to-go boxes.
So with this perfect storm of new tech and shifting customer values, how is everyone actually responding? That takes us to our final section, the future on a tray. The playbook for how to succeed in fast food is being completely rewritten. The smartest companies are using AI not just to be more efficient, but to be more creative. They're using data to cook up personalized offers just for you. They're building omni-channel strategies, teaming up with local businesses to meet you wherever you are. And they're even using AI to research local tastes and invent brand new things to put on the menu. But here is the most crucial takeaway. Even with all this amazing technology, AI, delivery apps, predictive algorithms, success still comes down to the absolute basics. The brands that are going to win are the ones that use tech to make their hospitality better, to deliver a consistent quality meal, and to build a genuine connection with their customers. And that leaves us with a really fascinating question to think about for the future. As AI gets better and better at knowing our habits, our likes, our dislikes, will our next favorite meal be a choice that we make, or will it be a choice that's made for us?